are you not seeing? Shall we see what comes out? What is the collective not seeing right now? Oh, we already have one. The Six of Cups in reverse. And here it's the Six of Bowls in this deck. The Six of Cups, dear. Something from your past. Something from your past. And I just recorded a message about that. So there might be something there as well. But something from your past coming back up. And it feeling kind of like a full circle moment, I'm seeing. A full circle moment. Here in this deck, there is an emphasis on like this calmness that comes from it. But there is this coming out in reverse. And I normally don't read these in reverse. But I do sense it's meant to come out the way it did. And there's this full circle moment, but that it feels lopsided. Why does it feel lopsided? What is coming out? What is the collective not seeing? Oh, we have the Chariot here depicted as the warrior. Some sort of forward movement. Something might have shifted directions that you don't know yet. And there's a charging ahead. Where is the warrior going? Oh my gosh. This jumped right out. The Apprentice of Stones. The Apprentice of Stones is the page of Pentacles. So there is a being in this stage of learning how to really make sure your garden will flourish, make sure your harvest will be plentiful, you know, and you're learning how to do that, learning how to manifest that. But the warrior coming out, so that this is the warrior heading towards that, heading towards some sort of a materialization, of trying to learn how to materialize. And we have another explanation for the warrior. The Ten of Stones, or the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, someone. Okay, so the direction that seems unexpected from someone in your past, and this could also be you and unexpectedly thinking differently. But the Ten of Stones here, this Ten of Pentacles, this is a matter of family life. This is a matter of like building some sort of a stability in your life, materially speaking, so that you are able to give back. And here depicted actually as someone selling lots of jewelry that they made, you know, and being at some sort of an event, lots of people selling different stuff. So for some of you, maybe the idea of doing some sort of a market could be coming up. That's also a very specific message there. Okay, but what I sense is something in regards to this stabilizing for self, but in the long run for someone else, right? For the ability to give back, to have a stable life in regards to a family, in regards to a community. But this coming, like the direction being taken now being the Apprentice of Stones. There is a change of how the person is striving towards this Ten of Stones. There is a change in their perspective. There is a change in how they're trying to materialize this Ten of Stones. Okay, so what changed for them to do this differently? What are they doing differently? That's the word. What are they doing differently? Okay. Sometimes the cards, it's like my brain hyper focuses on them and I see them and I'm like, okay, this card. And this card I was going to continue shuffling, but it wants me to turn it around. The Three of Arrows. The Three, oh my gosh. There is some sort of a pain. This is the Three of Swords, which traditionally speaking is the heartbreak card. So maybe this change of approach is coming from a place of heartbreak, from a place of deep pain and feeling a deep pain. Here in this card, there is a depiction of a bull that gets struck right through the heart, you know, a death that comes up as well. There being the spirits there, though, to guide you in this. So the change, the person or situation coming up from your past, interesting, huh? Is somehow change their ways and their approaches because of some pain that they've experienced. Is this pain related to the collective, or is the pain separate from collective? something that happened in their lives that is making the change. The Eight of Bowls in reverse and the Justice in reverse. Oh my. I think it could be either or. It's not giving me a definitive answer, and that's okay. There might be too many different options going on, as this is a general reading. But we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. Here, look at that. It's so interesting. This deck really has different interpretations of the cards. The Eight of Cups is traditionally emotional pain. Deep emotional pain that you're leaving behind, that you choose to leave behind. And this is emotional pain that is coming up. You know, that someone turned their back on and then it came up. So this could be, you know, something that happened in their lives, or it could be related to you. It would be different for everyone else. But here in this depiction, it's like the sun's coming back up after a rough time. And this coming out in reverse, it's almost like, what I'm hearing is like the dark night of the soul. And this concept of someone having feeling such pain that it kind of wakes them up. You know how if you're, I don't know, if you need someone to become lucid again and they're like out of it, if you hurt them, this might, like, you know, pinch them, not proper like, but pinch them or something. It can like jolt them up to kind of come back. And this pain, maybe there's something that a pain jolted someone back up, had them have to deal with the injustice and how unbalanced things were in their life, because the balance card came in reverse. And the balance, who's holding this up but a team of people with all of their friends and furry friends as well, animals, you know, and they're holding this up, this world, and this is in reverse. So there was an imbalance that led to a shattering of a world, that led to a breaking apart. Oh me, oh my. Okay, why? Okay, so no, we understand the why. This heartbreak, something was triggered basically within, with this pain that made them have to deal with whatever they left behind, that caused them a lot of pain in regards to the injustice in their lives. Okay, what is the next thing happening then? And I want to say, I can't tell you the future. I can tell you in which direction things might be heading potentially, okay? What we're doing here is mostly intuitively, just trying to see if this makes sense to you and how you can relate to things, so you can have a better understanding of yourself and the outside in some way, I guess. Okay, so we have these cards all come out. Oh my. Oh my. Yeah. This is a joke. We have, I can't show you one of them because we have nudity on the card. So I will show you only what it says. It says ecstasy, and these two people completely nude, and it is the traditional lovers card in reverse. A breaking up of lovers, a breaking up of a divine union. And what I'm hearing is it's like not having appreciated a gift that you were given. The Two of Bowls in reverse. The Two of Bowls is the relationship card. Specific relationships in your life rather than the concept of relationships, which would be the Lovers card, also in reverse. So again, this acknowledgement of like something very special having, like, you know, disappeared, having broken up or something. Wow. The Seven of Stones in reverse. We had this card in the reading I recorded as well. There is really, I think we're tapping, there seems to be a certain theme. There seems to be a plot that's going on. Interesting. The Seven of Stones is, you know, you see this dude, he's harvested the fruits of his labors. And the seven is oftentimes actually not the actual harvest of it, but is still the waiting for you to harvest, or being very close. This being in reverse, yeah, it feels like a waste. Like I'm just hearing a waste. Wasting something that you poured in a lot and then throwing it in the trash. And this being again a lesson of some sort. This being something in regards to your inner guidance, having to hear to this guidance and adhere, I'm hearing as well. And maybe there was a need for this for the play to play out as it did. You know how in a story you have to have certain things happen for you to make a satisfying story, or for conclusions or situations that happen in a story to make sense, you have to have the right setup for what comes next to make sense. And what I'm sensing is the situation was a setup for a growth, the gift of growth. Maybe the gift was seen as differently in the beginning. Maybe it felt more like a gift to be kept rather than an experience to be had. What a specific thing to say. Interesting. I trust that that's meant to be. The Two of Arrows in reverse. The Two of Swords in reverse. So the decision, there's an indecisiveness. The Two of Arrows here, like it's the Two of Swords, by the way, here shown in a person who's locked in, knowing exactly where they're heading, where they're going, left, right. I know exactly what I'm doing. Indecisiveness, though. Indecisiveness that had to be recognized, because the guide has his arms on the spread. The arms are open of the card, and the way it's laid down, it's like right showing me, like looking at the Two of Arrows, looking at this indecisiveness and pointing to it and being like, do you see how indecisive you were? Maybe the realization, maybe something that's coming up is there's this realization through inner guidance, and maybe also external guidance, but this is something of internal work, where there's a realization of an indecisiveness had by a person, where they wasted something. There is this very, very strong energy of some sort of a break of a gift, in regards to a relationship, in regards to a connection that was made, and that kind of being thrown away. But now there being new approaches to how this is being handled. I want to know what is coming ahead. What are these new approaches? Because I think, there was just a lot of pain in these realizations, for these realizations to happen. What is the new approach? What is the new approach? Oh my God, it's all falling out. I'm sensing that whatever different approach is going to be very individual in this one, because it's very foggy. It's very foggy, so it's not a specific thing. I think it's going to be different for everyone. But the general energies that we have here, we have the Eight of Arrows, which is the Eight of Swords. This is the anxiety card, the anxiety where you hold yourself. And there is, in this depiction, very differently, you see someone gifting something to someone. Oh, the gift, this concept of gift coming up again. Maybe it being a gift, thanking someone for the pain that was caused, the anxiety that was felt. What I'm feeling is whatever negative experience there was, the new approach is something in regards to seeing it as a positive, seeing it as a good thing that happened, and maybe being able to recognize the pain is a way to give back. Well, again, very foggy stuff there. But we have also the Ten of Pipes in reverse. So this is the Ten of Wands in reverse. The Ten of Wands are is about taking on so much responsibility that you can't hold it upright. You know, there's just so much going on. Here, again, like this deck is amazing. Like it's so different. Here it's shown as someone who's really, really deeply into their craft and into their passion. And they're inspiring in that sense, because there's this younger generation in the back watching them and seeing, oh wow, this is fun. Maybe I should try it too. There might be some sort of an admiration that needs to be communicated, an admiration for how you dealt with the situation potentially, because a lot of was being placed on you. Or this could also be for some of you that a situation where the other person was taking on a lot, not recognizing it, you then having the short stick at the end of the situation. So in that sense, having a disadvantage, and this being also recognized. And the Ace of Arrows in reverse. We have a lot of arrows, so a lot of swords, a lot of emotions. So the mind and the emotions have been, they have been kind of working together to conspire to lead to this realization, this kind of different way of how things are now being seen. yeah. The Ace of Arrows, there is also recognizing, I think, of how the mind was blocked. The mind, the openness of the mind. There was such a specific kind of thinking that it didn't allow for the space for some other type of thinking. So not recognizing maybe the way someone else was seeing things because of this blockage, and also this fogginess of the mind. Okay, but I'm gonna leave it as such, and we're gonna just pick you some quotes, see what we end up reading on. Okay, we have my bowl full of quotes. Whatever spills out, I'm sure has to. Okay, we have, peace and calmness are expanding in my heart. That's nice. I hope that's the case. I hope you're able to find some peace and calmness. Tat tvam asi. You are that, and that is you. The reminder that we all need. Yeah, and maybe with that reminder comes also this call for empathy, for seeing that sometimes even if you cannot understand the way someone has chosen their path or the way they think, like you can, just from your position, it really makes no sense. You can still have empathy for someone holding a different opinion than you. Because I'm sure you've also gone through situations where you've had some sort of an opinion that maybe wasn't universally accepted. Maybe you like the type of ice cream that no one likes. Maybe you like pineapple on pizza. I personally love pineapple on pizza. And no one can take that away from me. It's been my go-to pizza serving as long as I can remember. It's the one thing I will always want on a pizza. Okay. Attracting love begins with self-love. Yes, self-love. A lesson of self-love for both of you, I think. We have, I am wiser than I give myself credit for. Oh, lovely. Trust in that. Trust in your goddamn instincts. Being wise is but admitting that you don't know anything. But trying to do your best to see through all of that, you know. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. From Confucius. Absolutely. Keep going. Do not stop. You will be able to change whatever you need changed in your life. You will be able to manifest whatever love you want in your life. It's a matter of just making sure you set the standards and you set the conditions for it to flourish. By 3 methods, we may learn wisdom. First, by reflection, which is noblest. Second, by imitation, which is easiest. And third, by experience, which is the bitterest. Another quote from Confucius. And funnily enough, this quote has been coming up a lot. And I have a bunch of quotes in here. The fact that it keeps coming up is quite funny. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave you with that. I hope this was a helpful reading to you. Let me know if it was. I'd love to hear back from you. And I hope to see you here again soon. Bye-bye.